Hey everybody, just diving in. Forgot to turn on the old recording before starting, and then had some complications with it as we were going. Um, but I wanted to kind of give you my thoughts as I did a draft, and you know, while I think every color combo is pretty viable in this set, obviously white is a little bit deeper. Um, than others. But really, I think whatever's passed to you is the most important, like most drafts. And I pack one, pick one, got this Sphinx's tutelage right here. I'm trying to do a little build around. And I just see a lot of good stuff. I see these walls, I see this scab, which scab would feed my Goliath here. So basically, I have one finisher in Sphinx's tutelage, and then I have another finisher in Scab Goliath. I kind of like the Nivix barrier. Is that crazy of me? I think it is. I'm going to take the Screeching Scab just because it's a 2-drop, and I cannot believe that the Disperse wield, that's awesome for this deck. I'm also looking at Returned Centaur is pretty dang good if I'm trying to go on that mill plan. But man, I just want to keep them off of their creatures. Yeah, I bet I'll get more disperses. I'm gonna keep sticking with this mill plan and just kind of go all in. And even though I don't really like Artist Epiphany that much, actually I think it's a pretty poor card. I'll take it here just because I think it does combo off with the Sphinx's tutelage a little bit more. Um, and why not, right? I'll put it in the sideboard right now. Got a late Undead Servant, which, I guess it's not late. It's not a very good card unless you can get tons of copies, which, hey, it's a zombie. I could see it happening. Take the Dark Dabbling and send that plains away and finish with the forest. Hopefully, I open a Jace. I've been doing pretty well. Ooh, Sigil, huh? Oh, I got a Claustrophobia. Hoping that the Water Courser will wheel. Is it too late to dive into the Sigil plan and just go black, white, Blightcaster enchantments? That seems bad. That seems bad. I like this plan instead. Sad to see that Sky Snare Spider pass. That is such a bonkers card. But the Claustrophobia can take care of it. Hopefully they don't have some enchantment removal. But I'll go with that. Oh, Reeve Soul or Deadbridge Shaman. I kind of like to get my creature count up high and then go for it, but you know what? It's removal. Um, I'm really liking how blue-black plays. It's just kind of my style. I like kind of slowly stopping them and then gaining board advantage over time and then crushing them. Um, yeah, I think Reeve Soul's the pick. I've been surprised by how good Pricklebore is. Um, I've seen some people online get destroyed by this Rock Mauler, and Orchard Spirit's going to be a problem for me. So I guess that's why the Reeve Soul would be really good. Maybe I'll get that Deadbridge Shaman back. Ooh, another Undead Servant. And that 2-drop Screeching Scab. I bet I get that. Suppression Bonds, Knightly Valor, Celestial Flare, Gear Crafter. It looks like I could be having a pretty good white-red deck. But I already have one Undead Servant. If I can get 4 or 5, then it actually becomes a thing. So we'll see. Let's try it out. Deadbridge. 3-drop trades for a lot of stuff. I'd like to get this Bone to Ash back. That'd be good. Um, and then I don't really see anything else that sticks out to me. Oh man, Void Mage is amazing here. While I want that Disperse too, maybe even the Infernal Scarring to go with the Blightcaster. This Separatist Void Mage is exactly what I'm wanting. Hoping to get another Sphinx's Tutelage. That would be maybe a little bit too much to ask. Oh my god. Watercourser, Tower Geist, Scab Goliath. I think Scab Goliath, another one, would be too greedy. And I think the card advantage that you get off of Tower Geist makes up for Watercourser's ground game. So I think I'm going to go there. This Guardians of Meletis is also pretty nice too. That's a really late Fiery Impulse, I think. I'm wondering what kind of colors people are taking right here. Ooh. Man. The last draft that I had with Sphinx's Tutelage, my Maritime Guards were basically like my bread and butter. They were so good. They blocked all of the 2-drops. They were excellent, but I cannot pass another Separatist Void Mage. These cards are just so good. I'd be interested to see what everybody else kind of thinks are the best colors, or maybe what their color preferences are, whether they think they're good or not. I think, the reason I'm in this deck right now is because of the Sphinx's Tutelage, but I just like this type of deck too. Deep Sea Terror, unless there's 7 more cards in my graveyard, which I might be able to hit. But you know what? This isn't. I already got my finisher right now. Maybe I'll get another one like that. I like the Disperse. I watched one deck online where the person just played Watercoursers, Disperse, Claustrophobias along with their Sphinx's Tutelage, and they just absolutely annihilated their competition. It was a lot of fun. The only thing about drafting the mill deck is it just kind of ticks people off, They just kind of feel like it wasn't a fair game. Target player puts the top X cards of his or her library into his graveyard, where X is the number of lands you control. Versus Send to Sleep. I just think Dread Waters is bad. I feel like I'm winning on my own with Sphinx's Tutelage. Or I'm using the other cards, creatures, to kind of win. I don't need Dread Waters to make it good. Infernal Scarring, Wield for that Blightcaster. How many enchantments do I have right now? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is not enough. I think you need at least, Guardian, sweet. It's open. I think you need at least 7 or 8 enchantments to make Blightcaster work. And even then, it might be suspect. We'll see. Might try it one game. Ooh, Displacement Wave? That could be good in this deck. So is Fleshbag Marauder. Consecrated by Blood can steal so many games. Maritime Guard. I'll probably wield a Maritime Guard. Displacement Wave. Return all non-land permanents with converted mana cost extra or less to their owner's hand. How good is that, guys? Is that pretty good? It seems good. It seems like that would slow the opponent down. But maybe Reeve Soul's just better. Maybe this is too much mana. I guess since I have the Watercourser wall and the Guardians, I'll get it. Why not? Let's try it out. Let's see what happens. Reeve Soul. Pretty good. Get some removal in there. I'm worried about this Thunderclap right here. Worried about this Prickle Bore. Not really worried about anything else in this pack. Oh, I guess Ravaging Blaze. Yeah, that could annihilate some people, but Reefswell, that's pretty good. Anchor to the Ether versus Unholy Hunger, huh? Now, I think that this deck is worse than the one that I drafted before because it doesn't have the recursion going on. I don't have the scab that returns some instants or sorceries or creatures, and this will get back zombies though, and I've got some good zombies. This can set them back big time. Molten Vortex, now that's a card, right? That's really good. Topin Freeblade's really good. I think I've got to go with Unholy Hunger, though. Maybe the mana curve is just way too high, though. But I got to take it. Let's see. I got to have, like, a kill anything. Oh my gosh. What's this? As long as your opponents control no creatures, it's indestructible. Whenever a creature card leaves an opponent's graveyard, you get to discard a card. If you do, I get to return it. But it's a 5/5 for 4 in my colors with 3 swamps. I think that's worth it. Otherwise, I would take Weight of the Underworld. And then second Calculated Dismissal. But hey, why not? Like, that's a bomb. That'll tick some people off. Consul's Lieutenant. Man, I could have had a really good white deck. I could have had a really good white-red deck with that enchantment where you discard. Man. Bone to Ash? If I get my walls up and then I just sit back and wait, let's go Bone to Ash. Tell me if I'm wrong on this stuff. Undead Servant? Okay. Can I get one? Wow, is that 2 Molten Vortexes? Whoever's the red deck is just having a day. Wow. Can you imagine having 2 Molten Vortexes in your deck? That's pretty good. But can you imagine having 3 Undead Servants? Maybe 4? Come on. Give me a 4th. Should I get another finisher here? Should I get another finisher? Yeah, I think Tim would tell me to get the Tome and laugh about it. And I think I just grab this Deep Sea Terror or the Nantuko Husk, huh? That's kind of a threat. They don't want to attack into it. Deep Sea Terror, just too strong. Will I die to it? But I won't die to the Husk. I'm gonna take the Husk. And the Guard, yes, the Guard for days. The 2-drop. Big fan of that. Another Guard. Oh man, I think I have to get rid of this Blightcaster. Let's take out here. What are we gonna hate? Should we hate any of these? I guess we hate the super aggro. I don't care about the Cronin Jailer. Some of you might think that that's a good card, but you're wrong. If I get into a stalemate, Volcanic Rambler is my worst enemy. Alright, let's get rid of Infernal Scarring, Blightcaster. I trade with Cobble Brute all day, but then they can overpower me with Titan Strength, so let's get rid of that. Night Snare. You know what? I kind of like having a Night Snare. If somebody wants to build the Fairy Miscreant deck and kill me that way, go for it. I kind of like having this in case there's like just some like massive answer that I just cannot, or massive bomb that I can't answer. Okay. Let's take out Send to Sleep. Not impressed. Wow, I've got to make 7 cuts. Alright. Let's sort by converted mana cost, and then I think you can like display group creatures separately, right? Did that do it? Did that toss all my other cards down? Yeah, okay. It tossed everything down here. Alright. Pretty happy with that Titan. Okay, so what's the weakest link? Nantuko Husk. Aspiring Aeronaut, guys. I kind of like these 3 Undead Servants. Is that enough? I could just cut all of them. Man, I have the Unholy Hunger. I like the Disperse in case they cast something like Knightly Valor. I like the Scab Goliath. He's my late game finisher. But where am I going to take out 6 cards? These Guardians is awesome. It holds back everything. Bone to Ash? Probably Consecrated by Blood. That can win games. I've seen that win a lot of games. This is a hard one. Bone to Ash seems like such good thing. Maybe Displacement Wave doesn't belong here. But I really want to, I just want to try it out. I want to play with it. I'm going to take out Bone to Ash. That's probably a major mistake. I'm going to take out the Screeching Scabs. I need to cut 2 more. Maybe Disperse is one of the weakest. And the Deadbridge Shaman? You probably think that's wrong, don't you guys? Deadbridge Shaman. Disperse. Now, how many enchantments do I have? That Blightcaster, taking out that made pretty good sense. 1, 2, just 2. Yeah, I wouldn't get much value out of that at all. Man, I really wish I had that zombie that returned other zombies and instants and sorceries. But I think this is pretty solid. This is going to piss a lot of people off. Create some walls that they can't get through. And then finish it either with my Titan, the Goliath, or the Tutelage. Let's see. Or maybe I get enough creatures out there. I mean, I'm running 17 creatures. That's pretty strong. Running enough creatures out there that I get this Displacement Wave, and then I kind of take over. Alright, let's add lands. I'm going to go 8, 9, just because I need so many for the Titan. Right, even though I need 2 islands here. And then I'll catch you guys on the other side.